scenes of Tetris gameplay have a strobing effect that may affect photosensitive viewers. Last year, in 2013, Harry and Jonas met in the final round. Let's review that match.
Now, we'd like to get a couple of words from our competitors before we get into the duel to the death. We'll start off with Jonas. What's you got to say going into this?
Seeing Harry right next to me, I feel about 4 years younger, just like it's 2010 all over again.
All right, we got a little time warp action going on. Maybe he wants history to repeat itself. All right, Harry, what do you have to say to that?
Redemption.
Redemption, folks. Harry's looking for redemption.
I mean, like last year, like I know, like a lot of people were rooting for me, you know, and I was so close. You know, I mean, it was like,
A little bit of survival burning there by Harry. Great survival skills there. Taking it out. And Jonas has topped out. Harry has taken this round. Harry is up 1-0. Slight misdrop from Jonas. Oh, he's stacking up. Oh! Unprecedented. Jonas Neubauer is topped out. Did not meet Harry's score. Harry Hogg is up 2-0.
I'm up 2-0, and like, you know, I wasn't even getting ahead of myself. I was like, you know what, just play your game. You know, you just got to win 1 out of 3 now.
I think it was during the third game when I was down 2-0, there was a DJ going because it's in the middle of a convention, and they played Fight to Survive from the Bloodsport movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's just such an infamous movie because it's so bad. But I was literally fighting to survive, and so the Kumite song allowed me to kind of laugh at the whole situation and really start playing well and aggressively.
The fires of redemption burn strongly in this one. Harry's staying alive. Oh, but not able to maintain it. Valiant effort by Harry, but Jonas runs away winning the round. Amazing play by Jonas, setting a new pace for the competition. So now we've got Harry Hong up 2-1 as we go into our 4th round. That's it, yeah. We've got 2-2. We're gonna have a best of 5 series here, and it comes down to the final. So this is it. This is all the marbles. This is the one that's gonna decide it all.
I think I had some people on my side that year because it was such a hole I dug myself into that people couldn't help but be excited. I feel like I'm the underdog, so you gotta start cheering for the underdog. All
right, now looks like Harry just wants to be all business. Let's do this thing. Transition is coming. 3 more lines for Harry. Harry transitions to 19. Jonas hits a Tetris. Oh, Harry is dealing with traffic. Oh, march out. Harry is topped out at 428,000 points. 431. Yeah, we have our winner. The 2013 Tetris World Championship.
After Jonas won, I said, I can't even talk right now. I don't remember saying that at the time because I was like just out of it. And yeah, when I think about it, that's just pretty much how I felt. Like I was in just total shock.
Congratulations again, Harry. Thank you. We'll definitely see you.
I would say that loss was worse than 2010 for me. I felt like I made the right adjustments for tournament play, and I still came up short.
Your champion for the 2013 Tetris World Championships is Jonas Neubauer!
It all comes down to this. Harry Hong faces Jonas Neubauer.
Okay, so we're about to start here, and I see Harry approaching the stage. Come on up, Harry. Welcome back to our stage. Once again, Harry Hong is back. And hopefully back with a vengeance. Because he has much vengeance against that man. Come on up, Jonas Neubauer. And before we start, like this time, we've got to get an interview. This is like the third time you guys have fought in epic Tetris Mortal Kombat. Okay, so I've been asked to have you guys relay your thoughts to each other against the storied rivalry. What do you have to say, Harry Hong, about your opponent, Jonas Neubauer, for this third time?
I mean, Jonas is definitely good.
Harry, tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years in a row. I mean, there's nothing you can say otherwise. Yeah, four? 10, 11, 12. 5 years in a row, finals. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our fifth finals.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonas. So let's hear what you have to say about Harry Hong. You said something about doing something differently. So, okay, what do you have planned? What do you have in store for Harry Hong this year?
I'm not going to purposefully lose the first two games to enhance the drama this year.
Shots fired! Okay, so you heard it from the Beast himself. He's not going to lose these first two rounds intentionally, right? Purposefully. Okay, so yeah, fate be in Harry Hong's hands now. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is it. This is the grand finals, Tetris World Championships 2014. Have we decided our level yet? Okay, Jonas, number 2 seed, calls level 18. Seems par for the course here. Okay, so I want you guys to give a huge cheer to these two guys. These are going to be our finals here. And I believe, once again, it's 3 out of 5. So, same as 2013. It's not going to be like 2010 again. It's 3 out of 5, so it's going to be the first to win the 3. Just so that's clear, you're not going to be excused for winning the first 2 again, Harry. It's going to be, if Jonas comes back 3 games, right, it's going to be like last year. So 3 out of 5 here. Here we are. It all comes down to this. Jonas versus Harry for the third time.
Man, again, we cannot talk about this without bringing up last year's performance by Harry, not losing a single game all the way up until grand finals, going up 2-0 against Jonas. And if it was 2 out of 3, he would have been an undefeated champion that year. But instead, it was 3 out of 5. Jonas came back 3 games in a row to prevent Harry from his first championship.
Yeah, and it's a reverse sweep is really tough. And for Harry to even battle back, make it grand finals this year, this could be redemption.
But it's Jonas. He's a 4-time champion.
Now the 4-time world champion, yes.
All right. And Jonas and Harry both having to do a little bit of burning. We're going to get a dirty Tetris from Harry, but it sets him up for a perfect, nice, clean, neutral field again.
Yeah, both players with clean fields. Jonas with that tuck, keeping his screen clear. A little bit of a drought and waiting for a long bar for that first Tetris score.
Yeah, well, Harry's got his, and you can see both of them at higher than 50% Tetris rates. Right now, Jonas at 63, and if Harry can get a long bar soon, he'll be right there with him.
Yeah, Jonas scoring a couple of Tetrises there. So, yeah, both players playing great Tetris here early on. Not much of a dig and not much of a score differential thus far.
But a drought for Harry right now. Look at this 21 bar drought here. 23 finally gets the Tetris, and you can see what that drought did to his Tetris rate, dropping him all the way down to 44%. I mean, it's early, so he'll be able to get that percentage up pretty easily again. But I mean, that's just a frustrating thing to have to go, to deal with against who is going to be, so solid playing.
Yeah. I mean, your score potential needs all the help it can get when you're going against the 4-time world champion.
Yep. And so he's got himself set up a triple. Okay, he's actually going to avoid that. If he can find a piece to squeeze in there on column 2, he did. And
boom,
there
Tetris
you go.
for Harry.
So 40%. And look at Jonas now with a 30-piece drought.
Wow.
It's still going, and you can see how calmly, though, he is just burning those pieces.
And that field's still pristine and clean.
And there you go.
It is.
39-piece drought, and not even a little bit of a problem there. And there it goes, another Tetris for Jonas.
And yeah, we are neck and neck. They are battling back and forth with those Tetrises.
Yeah, 57 to 53% Tetris rate. And both of them Tetris ready.
Boom, Tetris for Harry.
Yeah. Man, again, I mean,
wow.
Got to imagine just how Harry is feeling right now. So close last year and, getting here by barely beating Bo earlier. I mean, I wonder if Harry has a lot of pressure on himself right now. Like, this is the year. This is my time.
Yes, it's the chance for redemption. The third time. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Third time's a charm. We'll find out.
And definitely, we're seeing some of the most competitive play here. They're battling Tetrises back and forth. No real big mistakes. No real misdrops. Just smooth, consistent play by both players here.
Both of them maintaining a round. Last second adjustment there by Harry ends up putting the eyepiece in a very awkward location. Nothing he can't handle, and look, just like that, all cleaned up and nice and neat.
Yep, he's playing a little aggressive. It's a bit high on that stack. Takes that double and boom, Tetris for Harry. Neck and neck still. And Jonas is playing like Jonas, consistent and clean.
Yeah, but keep in mind, again, Harry is another, as we saw last match, presses down a lot. So he's up by over 10 lines to Jonas right now.
Yeah, so Jonas's score potential might be just a bit higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, that score gets pretty neck and neck there. It's less than 1,000 points.
Jonas having to build this really awkward spire right in the middle of the screen, especially when it gets stuck being either an S or a Z piece. Basically, it gets stuck that way the entire time. The T piece only swaps the parity of it and just turns it to the other piece that becomes a requirement.
He cleaned it right up, and he's back in business here.
Sets up a tuck. And, actually, I thought he's had a couple of pieces that he could have used.
I thought he would tuck the T, and he didn't.
Oh, there you go. Finally clears that up. And he's actually Tetris ready again.
And Harry's about to transition now at 129 lines. Transition's nice and clean all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, this is good. And is he go? Oh,
he might go left well.
Is this left well, Harry?
No, he takes the triple.
Yeah. All right. And Jonas is still 14 lines away from now 10 lines away from transition. So still a little bit to go. He's almost there.
Yeah. So Jonas's lead is a little bit bigger than it looks. About to transition now, though, at 124 lines. So a couple of Tetrises will do it.
Yeah, but the score lead he has right now, again, being behind by so many points.
Or he's behind by lines, but his score's ahead.
Oh, yeah, by lines. And he really can just play so calmly right now, as he almost always does. And we might actually be, no, he's going for the triple. Harry opted for the triple, didn't want to risk it too much, especially at the transition speed now.
Yeah, for a second there, Jonas was playing a bit risky, but he was able to burn it down really fast, and he's almost to a clean play field again. He needs to burn a couple more lines. There it is.
Couple of awkward pieces for Harry. Yeah, but he's going to be able to burst through that. Yeah, nice clean. But now he needs something to drop in there, and it works out perfectly for him.
Yeah, I gave him the L's and J's he needed to drill back down.
And he's also going to be able to expose that gap over there. Going to need another I piece, or at least there, right there, the L piece. Another L piece, and another L piece. 3 L pieces to clear that up. But again, look, he's down by 45,000
Jonas
points.
Jumped back up into, that's a true lead, and quite a bit bigger, actually, than it seems.
And now Jonas is going for, oh no, actually just opts for the triple. Never mind.
Yeah, he was playing safe there. Might be a smart thing to do, because he's a little bit ahead.
Yeah. But look at this. I mean, this is what we expect from a grand finals match so far. Both of these players playing so consistently, playing so solid, not a lot of mistakes.
And definitely, like, in contrast to everything else we've seen today, these two players are starting to really push each other.
Yeah. Despite the fact that, Jonas has a pretty significant lead, you can't rest. You can't rest.
Yeah, and then we're getting to level 26. We might see a kill screen here, so...
Yeah, double kill screen. We might actually get to a double kill screen. That'll be something.
Yeah, Harry making some good placements there, but it needs to... Yeah, he's dependent on a couple.
There we go.
Ooh, opens it up, and there it is. Boom, Tetris for Harry, and that's going to help a lot. He's 20,000 points behind and many lines ahead, so time's running out for Harry. He's going to need to get more Tetrises and become a little bit more aggressive, and
there's one right there. But again, if he gets to level 29 and he hasn't passed Jonas, that means Jonas basically will take the first match for free. Well, not for free, but
Yeah, the kill screen is coming.
Nothing is for free here.
Oh yeah, I mean, even to get to 26 to 28, I mean, that's...
Yeah, do you see how aggressive Harry's playing?
Wow.
He knows he has to go for Tetrises, but
and
the
it's not
drought,
giving the long bar. Get the long bar, but he doesn't get it in. And wow, that was probably not enough. But yeah, Jonas was so far ahead, and he's still playing.
Right,
had higher score potential at the end.
Even if Harry had gotten that Tetris,
yeah, Jonas still had 2 levels. Yeah, 2 levels to work with for Jonas, and Jonas takes the first round in best of 5.
Best 3 out of 5 this time. So after his rocket takes off, we're gonna get ready to start round 2.
Just about an hour left, folks. 1 hour left. And Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2000.
All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
So yeah, at this point in time, now you're going down 1-0. So definitely a longer road to take this if Harry can do it.
Yeah, and that just puts the momentum in Jonas's side, carrying on from the last year. So Harry's gonna have to do much to reverse this.
All right, both of them starting off clean again. And I just don't expect to see either of these players make any big mistakes. I don't want to accidentally curse them or, knock on wood kind of thing. But again, both of these players playing so clean just to start off here.
Yeah, this is where it all matters. So they're, not going to leave anything to chance here. And bit of a dig for Harry here.
Yeah, looking for the L piece. And he accidentally built himself a bunch of L and J requirements, but he managed to pull through here.
He got what he needed, and now it's clean again. And,
meanwhile, on Jonas's side, though, a little bit of a cleanup that he has to do on that left side over there.
Yeah, that's going to let Harry get a little bit of a lead here, about 2 Tetrises ahead already.
Yeah, that's important here. And again, one of the things we talked about Harry pushing down in the 18 levels, but getting almost defeating Jonas last year and getting back to grand finals this year. As I mentioned before, one of the strategies he's developed now is to, once he gets to level 19, he stops pushing down.
Right. because there's not much of a speed difference if you push down on 19.
And it keeps a consistent rhythm for you that way too. Man, Jonas has had to continue to put those S pieces in the middle, back to back, but he finally got it cleaned out.
And now, yeah, Harry's lead growing to 120,000. Jonas has some catching up to do.
Yeah,
and Harry's playfield's in much better shape now.
Yeah, and despite the fact of being ahead in lines, that lead is legit.
It's a real lead.
That's a real lead right there.
Probably one of the bigger leads we've ever seen Harry have against Jonas, or anyone against Jonas for that matter.
Frankly, yeah. And let's see here. Okay, he's going to need back-to-back eyepieces. How aggressive is Harry going to play here? Does one burn, and there's it is.
Boom, Tetris for Harry, extending the lead to 180,000 for a moment. Jonas firing back, bringing it back down to 157,000.
Yeah, this is big right now. Harry with the good lead. And, judging by the way, I mean, he basically got to the kill screen, right? I mean, if he didn't force himself to go for that Tetris, he would have gotten to the kill screen.
But he was playing the way he needed to play in that situation.
Right. And so, he knows getting this kind of a lead against Jonas is important because he, like I said, he ran out of time. He got to the kill screen.
Yeah, so maybe his adjustment is becoming this aggressive, and it's paying off. Yep. 144,000 point lead. Boom. Tetris for Harry. 167,000 point lead now.
Yeah. And this is interesting here because they are sitting next to each other. They can spy at each other's screens as we have seen in the past. And look at that. No burns from Harry. Yeah, he is playing super aggressive right now. And he is getting rewarded with some crazy droughts. But
not even the easiest placements there, but it's paying off.
Wow.
Ooh, slight misdrop.
Yeah.
Saw that in his expression there.
First misdrop right there that we've seen from either player this game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to even say.
He's almost out of it, though. Just needs to take a couple of burns here. He gets it, and he's clean again.
Yeah, but this is Jonas's opportunity to build up a little bit of that deficit here. As you can see, he's still down by 10 lines, still down by 150,000 points, though. So he does have to play a little more aggressively.
Yep, and there's the Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Yeah, like you said, maybe one of the first times we've ever seen Jonas kind of forced to play a little bit more aggressively. And another drought for Harry, but still pays off with another Tetris. Yeah, Harry's play has been immaculate so far. And another Tetris, 64%.
Yeah, really aggressive, really clean. This is peak Harry now at his best.
Can we see a max out? Do you think we have the potential here for Harry to get a max out in competition here?
The Tetris rate is right on that line. We could see it.
And now Jonas here, still trying to play catch up, still far behind. I wonder if Jonas knows just how far behind he is, or if he's just kind of assuming, he's in the same position that he normally is in.
And Harry transitions level 19. Game sped up now. Jonas still has 13 lines to go before he hits level 19.
Yeah, so again, down by almost 20 lines, over 20 lines now. So he's got a while to go. And 20 lines, 4 Tetrises, I mean, that catches him up.
Yeah, it does. And Harry took a triple there, so he's dialed down the aggression just a bit. We'll see if he has enough to carry him through.
Yeah, a couple of unfortunate pieces for Jonas right there. Was unable to get the Tetris from a couple of line bars, but he finally got it in the transition.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Both players now, level 19 speeds. Boom, Tetris for Jonas, catching up a bit.
Yeah, that now his potential might be higher than Harry's score because he is down by at least 12, so 3 Tetrises I think would give him the lead. But that's the question.
It is a lot closer than it looks.
Can he actually get 3 Tetrises? That's the question.
And Harry has been maintaining the aggression, so he's been scoring too.
Yep, goes for the double there. And now he's Tetris ready again.
And
Does he get the high bar
Boom,
piece?
Tetris for Harry. 90,000 point lead. Jonas is Tetris ready. Waiting for the long bar. He's in a drought.
Yeah.
And he gets it. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Man, this is crazy. Like
Yeah,
I said, we might get a double kill screen here.
Yeah, both players they have good play fields and they're scoring Tetrises at level 19 speeds. This is what we want to see.
But now Jonas needing to do a little bit of cleaning here actually gets, oh wow, he did not drop that piece. I thought he was going to go place the piece at a certain place, but he's still fine anyway.
Yeah, he opted to burn it back down to the bottom, and Harry's in a similar situation. Still trying to be aggressive, but it's not giving him the pieces he needs to be Tetris ready.
Yeah, and he's 25 drought right now. Finally, the eyepiece. Not when he needs it, but you know what? It's fine as long as he stays alive because he has the point lead at this time. Oh, wait, look at that. Jonas couldn't get the piece all the way over to the side.
He realized that he couldn't get another long bar over to the right and gives up the ghost with Harry with the point lead. Just with that smile.
I love that.
Takes that round, and we're 1-1.
That smile said a lot from Harry.
Yeah, still in it, and now the momentum is even. Jonas having won all those games in a row versus Harry. Now Harry's on the board now. He's got a chance. Round 2. Okay, we're going to count it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I really like that inquisitive look on Harry before the smile broke out. I mean, it's very telling. Like, you know what? I can do this. And that's the kind of body language you're looking for from competitors.
Yeah, and I think he knew how well he performed that round. That round was exemplary, Harry.
Yeah, and now we are in a 2 out of 3 match here to find out who is going to be the 5th Classic Tetris World Champion. Remember, 4 of them are Jonas, and Jonas.
And the question still remains, can anyone beat Jonas?
Well, Harry came the closest last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is all of this work going to pay off for him now? Can he do this?
Will we see redemption for Harry Hong?
Well, right now, once again, you can see both of them playing well. Jonas with a little bit of an odd build over there. He's going to have to do some burning.
Mm-hmm. That's a bit aggressive for Jonas.
Yeah, but that's what that last game is going to do, right? He was behind by quite a bit, and maybe the aggression that he tried to play at the end cost him. And so now he knows he has to play aggressive from the get-go.
See some higher building from Jonas here.
Look at the Tetris rate. Right now, he's at 93%. Yeah. It's early, but still.
He's on fire right now. He's playing super aggressive, getting that build way up there.
Okay. Yep.
And boom, Tetris for Harry.
Yep.
Already developing a sizable lead, 80,000 points. And Jonas firing back with the Tetris. He's going to need more of that. Okay, Jonas with another one, but Harry fires right back.
Yeah, Jonas right now just having a lot of JL requirements right there. It's one of the toughest situations to put yourself in. And has managed to get himself out of it, though. He's in a good place again.
Harry taking a triple there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a drought. I guess he's going to dial it back.
Oh, is he going to set up a... No, okay, take the double. Take the double.
He just opened up his well back on the right.
Misrotation. That's very rare to see, actually, a misrotation. You see misdrops every once in a while, but Harry should be able to break out of that, but that's going to cut into his Tetris rate.
Yeah, he's going to have to dig down 3 more lines in order to open as well. This is Jonas's chance to catch up.
I mean, he basically has. You can see they're both at the 63, 62% rate now. And so essentially, if that rate continues for Jonas, they will be tied. All right.
And boom, Tetris for Jonas. So almost caught back up now.
Yeah, and again with the line disparity.
Yeah. So Jonas this is neck and neck.
Yeah. Okay, how is Harry going to handle that staircase over there? oh, perfect piece, but he's not Tetris ready. And yeah, he's not going to be able to score the Tetris off of that long bar.
But yeah, he makes the adjustment and gets Tetris ready, so he's just waiting for another long bar. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Harry, and Jonas just made a Tetris too. We are neck and neck in score.
Oh, man. Oh, less than 10,000 separating these two players.
Yeah, and the lines aren't actually that far apart this time.
Yeah, but unfortunately, so this is big for Harry now because there's a little bit of burning that Jonas is going to
be
do.
in dig for a while.
So the scoring potential right now is probably even between the players at this point.
Yeah, very close game.
Oh, man, and a double J requirement now for Jonas. Yeah, so you see...
Yeah, the piece dependencies are creating more holes.
Yeah, and so he just kind of oh no, the TP switched the
Yep.
SZ, and then he got the one that he needed before the TPs.
And now he's very long bar dependent. He covers up the hole and isn't able to cut it down.
Right. And again, he's going to be able to get out of this. I have no doubts about that. But
the
it's
meantime,
just the scoring potential now.
Harry's score potential. Yeah, he's Jonas burning another triple there, and Harry just leads, just increasing. Boom, Tetris for Harry. Now 100,000 points in the lead.
And Jonas is playing it safe, though, despite the last game. He's been playing it pretty safe, trying to get through this dig. But right now, you see a very awkward hole right there in column.
Yeah, he's just going to have to eat a couple of triples there.
Yeah.
Or it looks like a triple and a double there.
Yeah,
and he knows he's giving up those points.
You see the head shake and the little grimace right there. But this is really interesting because this is the kind of pressure that... See, he even thought about it. He thought about it for a second. He might have gone for the
dirty Tetris, and he didn't. He's giving up points left and right here, and that's allowing Harry to have such a sizable lead now at 120,000 points. Harry about to transition with this next Tetris, or he takes a triple instead of a Tetris.
He does have a... Oh, he's going to be able to tuck in there. Beautiful. Yeah,
and
take
he
the
eats
triple.
A couple of triples. Yeah. So he lost some points potential there, but he is in the lead, so it's probably okay.
Yeah. At this point in time, Harry can play a little bit safer. I don't know how safe you can play against Jonas, but I mean, it worked for him last game. It has the potential to work for him this game too, but even still, he's almost Tetris ready, and there it is. He just needs a long bar. There it is.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. And yeah, in the meantime, Jonas has transitioned. He's now on level 19 and with a clean play field. So
yeah. This is one of those situations where Jonas might actually need Harry to top out. And then he can try to play catch up afterwards.
Right, because he's still so far behind in lines. But yeah, Harry's not letting up at all. Well, he just took a triple there, but his playfield's in great shape. I think Harry's now balancing his aggression and taking triples where he can.
And look at this. A missed drop by Jonas.
He turned it into a tuck, so he can still get out of it.
Yep. Oh, the pieces are coming for him properly here. Oh, look at that. And he's out. Nicely done. And is he going to go for a Tetris here? No, he's not.
No, he's playing defensive end. He's going to burn back down.
Yeah, but look at the deficit. And it's only a 10-line difference. Last game we saw he was even 20 lines down. This is only a 10-line difference with 150,000 deficit.
Yeah, so Harry has a really sizable lead. And raw score, 150,000 points. That's a lot. Harry's still taking triples. Maybe there's something to that strategy because he's not burning with singles. Burning with triples might be a little bit better.
I mean, again, he has earbuds on, but he's not actually listening to anything. It's kind of like look at that, a dirty Tetris for Jonas.
Boom, dirty Tetris
but
for Jonas.
I wonder if subconsciously he can hear the lack of Tetrises from Jonas's side, and maybe he knows. Because like I said, he's not actually playing music. He can still hear, outside noises and such. It's just a minor kind of noise cancel.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Now he's starting to get his playfield back in order, but he's still got 80,000 points to catch up, and Harry's playfield's a little messy now.
Yeah, he needs... Oh, that was the piece that he needed. And, is he actually going to try to set up for a Tetris? Oh, no, he's going to take the triple.
But yeah, kill screen's coming. We're at level 26 now, so just a couple more levels to work with. And the point deficit's actually shrunken.
He's going for it.
Center well.
Oh, no.
He just takes a double.
He had it. Okay, but it's okay.
So many triples from Harry. I wonder if that might, it might cost him if Jonas starts scoring Those triples are going to burn Harry here.
Dude, Jonas is going for a Tetris. Can he get a long bar? There it is.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
But now he's got a really
points.
bad play field for really pushing for that. But again, that's the kind of aggression that's being forced out of Jonas thanks to the way that Harry is playing.
Yeah, last second tuck by Jonas. Just barely getting it over. And Jonas doesn't think he's going to be able to survive this. And Harry's lead is going to allow him to take this round.
And again, when we were watching Jonas versus Terry, I mentioned how Terry lost to himself. That time, Jonas lost to Harry.
Yeah, Harry kept up enough aggression. Took a lot of triples, but if that kept him safe, that should make a positive difference there. So Harry taking that round, now up 2-1.
Okay, so Harry's up 1. He just needs to win this one to take the whole thing. Yeah, 2-1. So this could be the last round, but Jonas has to win. If Jonas wants to stay in it, he has to win this round. So we'll see how it goes. All right, since it might be the last one, I want you guys to count this one down really loud for me. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Grand Finals, Classic Tetris World Championships 2014.
How do you stay calm in this situation? How do you keep your composure to play at the level that Harry's been playing? The nerves he must be feeling right now.
Well, he's been here before, and if anyone's going to have the experience to go up against Jonas and take games, let alone a match from him, it's going to be Harry.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. We have a awkward build right now from Jonas, which is going to ruin his 100% Tetris rate over there. And you can see Harry sitting on the 92% rate. Of course, that'll drop as it goes. But really impressive start so far.
Yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. Jonas getting some burns in there, scoring a Tetris there. Scores are neck and neck. And Harry getting 2 in a row. So now Harry's gotten a slight lead.
Yep, with the 80% Tetris rate right now. Of course, that's only with 25 lines. So still very early. And that's one of the hardest things. You can play great Tetris like this and you can get good RNG, but, through this many lines, you are going to get bad RNG at one point in time. And so, you're going to have to survive that at some point. And the fact that these players can do it so consistently for so long is what makes this so amazing. Oh, he has a double eyepiece dependency, but Harry's out of that now.
And yeah, pretty clean game for both of them, but Harry's got an early lead now, up about 3 Tetrises.
Sets himself up a requirement for a T-spin, and he gives up that ghost right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Jonas is wanting to dig back down, but it's just not giving him great pieces to do it with.
And you know what? The game plan of Harry is play aggressive early, get the lead, and hope that Jonas can't catch up from situations like this. If it goes like it did in the past couple of games, this could be Harry's year. Because right now, Jonas is down to a 40% Tetris rate, 46% Tetris rate.
Yeah, Harry's playfield in the meantime has developed a bunch of holes. So this is Jonas's chance to catch up if there was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be about 7 lines that Harry's going to have to burn.
The game plan that Harry, I was talking about trying to have that lead and forcing Jonas to play aggressive is going away right now thanks to this dig. He's going to get out of it with that piece right there.
Yeah, he had good placements to make that happen.
Yeah, but unfortunately, 1, he's in a big drought, and 2, it came 1 piece too early. Couldn't actually give him the Tetris.
Still in good shape, and there it is. Boom, Tetris for Harry, widening the lead, so he's still up 2 Tetrises. Jonas is finally getting his playfield nice, and he's ready to score. And boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Yeah, and Jonas still, though, surprisingly, with a lower Tetris rate than Harry, but that's how all of these matches have been going. And like I said, that battle plan has worked for Harry. It has led to this 2-1 lead that he has. Can he keep this up? Oh, God, look at this 22-piece drought. Yeah, you see the head shake right there. He's like, where is this piece?
But yeah, he didn't have to cover it that time, so he was able to score the Tetris. And Jonas battling back just a bit. Now it's just about a Tetris behind, 2 Tetrises behind now.
Right, but the important thing right now is that the Tetris rate is neck and neck.
Yeah. And we're into about 100 lines. You're going to see them try to keep clean for transition at 130.
Jonas right now you can see right now both players having about the same number of line bars right here. You see 37 versus 36, so both of them having similar kinds of good RNG for the number of eyepieces.
Yeah, the same piece sets aren't in play here, but they're getting similarly balanced sets at least. What you don't want to have happen is one player getting just tons of long bars and the other getting none.
Right. Okay. Harry now in stasis right there, just holding off for the Tetris, finally gets it, and that's exactly what Jonas is doing now. Heading into a drought, he's got to do some cleaning here.
Yeah, he's taking some safety burns, keeping it low, and waiting for the long bar. Boom! Tetris for Jonas.
Yeah, nicely done for Jonas. And down in about 95, but again, also down by about 16 lines.
Yeah, Harry's going to hit transition with the next Tetris.
But you see how high Jonas's playfield got? Again, I feel like he's playing extra aggressive because Harry's forced that out of him. And now this 28-piece drought has forced a little bit of aggression, a little bit of cleanup needed by 37-piece drought now.
Yeah, big droughts, and he's actually playing aggressive. Like, there's some things he could have done to keep it lower, and he didn't. And yeah, like there he could have burned, but he didn't. He really wants that Tetris.
54-piece.
Oh, he's playing
drought.
aggressive. Yeah, look at that. He's trying to transition with the Tetris, and finally he gets it just after transition. He's somewhat safe, but wow, that was the most aggressive I've ever seen Jonas try to get a Tetris before transition.
Yeah, we've talked about the Tetris RNG gods. I mean, right now, if you could say anything about them, they seem to want Harry to win because that was a brutal drought for Jonas. He could not get any Tetrises, yet he's still at about the same Tetris rate. Oh, but there we go, a misdrop from Jonas. This is huge.
And Harry has a double dependency. He needs a long bar.
Yeah, is that long bar going to show up? Okay, no, he's going to just burn.
You got the right stuff. Okay.
And takes the triple.
He takes another triple.
This is what he was doing last game. He was taking the triples. And Jonas, look at his playfield, is not in a good position. This is looking really strong for Harry right now.
Yeah, I mean, Harry's up 100,000 points.
Is this Harry's moment? Is this his time? Can he pull this off?
Yeah, Jonas needs to win this one to stay in the match, which is a very strange thing to say. But wow, yeah, Harry's just pouring on the aggression, playing clean, near perfect Tetris here. Might run away with this. Look at that, 128,000. Look at this,
but actually, he's going for it. Look at that.
Wow,
he played
boom, Tetris
so
for Jonas.
aggressive.
What a crazy dirty Tetris from Jonas there.
But this is such a bad play field as a result now. Can he pull this off? He could get another dirty
if he can get that.
Oh, no. He's not going to hold out for that.
That's tough.
Too risky.
I don't know how he's going to clear that. He's already got that look on his face like he may not be able to clear. Oh, and he's going to give that up.
That's not going to happen.
Harry takes it.
Harry is going to be only the second Classic Tetris World Champion.
And the winner is Harry Hong, 2014 Classic Tetris World Champion, has finally dethroned the 4-time champion Jonas Neubauer. Amazing.
Unbelievable. I mean, as it happens, it's almost, you couldn't believe it. But I looked at the scores like, is that right? But it is. And Jonas is finally going to go down in the 5th year, granted in 2nd place. So, you know, first, second ain't so bad. But Harry has conquered the demon and in his 3rd attempt has defeated Jonas.
And the answer to the question, who can finally defeat Jonas, has been answered. And Harry Hong brought it. 2nd place, Jonas Neubauer, $500 and the silver trophy. Grand prize winner, Harry Hong, $1,000 and the gold trophy. Yeah, Harry, all right, we got some words to new champion, First time, third fight in, I don't know, since we started this thing, it's been the rivalry of the ages. How do you feel, Harry Hong?
Absolutely amazing. I've been waiting for this moment for 5 years, and now that it's come here, it's amazing seeing everyone here. Thank you for coming, everyone, and everyone played great. Jonas played great also, and yeah, this is amazing.
Vindication after so many years. You know they're making a new documentary this year, I heard, and I mean, was this planned? I mean, did you totally go all out practicing?
Actually, no. I mean, yesterday it was kind of difficult, and I only see the fifth. But yeah, today I really felt it, and brought it home.
Jonas just defeated a 4-time world champ. He was the underdog, and he has come out on top. Give it up. Bang those hands together. Make that noise for a brand new world Tetris champion, everyone.
Harry Hong, let's hear it for Harry Hong. So, anything else you want to say to the crowd? I mean, this is your moment, man. This is your year. 2014, dude. We've been through this 5 years in a row, man. Just let it all out, man. Let it all out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, NES Tetris has come a long way, since the documentary, this tournament, and look at all these people. It's a great thing. Tetris is a great thing. I love Tetris.
Yeah, he's got a point. It's been growing. We have our biggest crowd, our biggest Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It's almost like you waited for the scene to mature. We have so many new people maxing out. We have so many people. You had to get 700,000 points to even qualify this year. So just the entire community, it seems growing and it's advancing. And both our announcing stages are giving it up for Harry, man. Great job, great job. Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so our grand champion, our grand finals winner, Tetris champion 2014, Harry Hong. And of course, you guys are also all winners too for just coming out and watching this spectacle live. I mean, how many people can say they've been to the Tetris World Championships, right? Right? How many people have been here since the first year? Some of you have. I know this guy has, so. So I want to give a last shout out to our sponsors, JJ Games, Idea Scale, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, our home of course, BPS, the Tetris company, the agent for Tetris. Tetris wouldn't exist without them. They're so gracious to give us their support to make us the official championships of Tetris. We love them. There's Game Gavel, there's Nintendo Age, there's Hyperkin, so many great sponsors supporting us. We have the love of the community. The community loves all of you, the spectators and the players of Tetris. You make this possible, the interest and the love of retro gaming, and we're just all happy that we can provide a positive thing for people to play and to strive for in video gaming. Thanks for coming to the Tetris World Championships. I think Adam wants another word in, so I'm going to hand it over to him. I'm Chris Tang. I'm just the announcer guy. I love Tetris too. I love video games, and I love you all. So thanks for coming out. I'll see you all next year, hopefully.
All right, let's give a round of applause to Chris. Good job, Chris. Awesome announcing.
I feel like I was possessed in the last 3 games. It was crazy. Something was going on. It's crazy. But no, it's amazing. It's great. It's great. I mean, there's no other. Yeah. It's dream come true. Yeah.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Something in that first game?
Not really. I was really more pumped up, but yeah, but the last 3 games, I was just like.
Tell me, I saw that at some point you were pushing down. Did you catch yourself pushing down and stop doing that at some point?
I actually planned on not doing that for the tournament, but it wasn't working out during the qualifier, so I just decided I'm just gonna play my own style, and it worked out. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh. I mean, do you think you're gonna come back here and do it again next year?
I think I have to. Defending champ next year. I mean, gotta come back. But yeah, we'll see.
Where are you gonna put this in your house?
Probably my cabinet or something, along with the second place trophies. But it's finally feels great to take them to go. Yeah.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Oh, simply amazing play by Harry right there. I mean, the way that he built the lead in every game. And when we saw Terry versus Jonas, we were commenting how much Jonas was just like another day at the office, calm.
Yeah, he was playing calm, not too aggressive, but Harry was going on full aggressive. And I noticed that even when Harry was making burns, they were all triples.
Yeah.
So, I usually discouraged using triples because, those are lines that could be Tetrises. But if you're trying to play safe, and Harry was playing smart enough so that, his play field wasn't that dangerous. We didn't see a whole lot of crazy, dangerous digs. Harry was able to capitalize and managed to keep the play field aggressive, even if he was just making triples instead of Tetrises.
Yeah. And so, for the first time, I feel like we've really had to see Jonas push himself. You saw he let the field grow really high to try to get the Tetrises, even after transition. Harry was actually able to put the pressure, and that strategy and that's the talent that Harry had to get that lead. I mean, simply amazing.
Yeah, and I could see the pressure on Jonas's screen because the mistakes that he did make were all high up on the screen. And if Jonas had just stayed calm and collected, maybe he could have waited for Harry to top out and then play a chase down game, but he didn't. It was that pressure of having to make Tetrises that leads to a build that's so dangerously high.
And that was all because of game 2. Honestly, if Harry had that game 2, maybe during game 4, it might have even turned out a little bit different because that game 2, Jonas played his game. The calm, I'm not going to push it. And then he couldn't catch up. He saw that Harry had the lead.
Right. And once Harry set the standard for what Jonas had to do next, he changed his play and tried to play more aggressive, and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
but still, just amazing to see Jonas at peak Jonas still playing and doing his thing and doing so well.
Yeah, but as a result, there you have it. Harry Hong, 2014 Classic Tetris World Champion for the 5th year here. And I'm sorry, the first time in its 5th year, only the 2nd champion. Maybe this is the start of a dynasty for Harry. It could possibly work out that way with how well he played today.
Yeah, and the sky's the limit. We have yet to see. We thought we might see double kill screens. Didn't see that yet. Didn't see a max out. Who knows what the future will hold for Classic Tetris.
Absolutely. But again, hope everybody enjoyed that as much as we did. That was just absolutely some of the highest level of NES Tetris play that we've seen. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, any era that was a top level play. We're gonna walk back through our time portal and go back to the past year 2020 and look back at this and see that these guys are legends.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see why. You can see why both of them so strong at the game.
With that match, Harry Hong cemented his place in Classic Tetris history. He won the CTWC in 2014 after taking 2nd place in both 2010 and 2013. The filmmakers interviewed him this summer after his victory to review those games.
And the goal was to at least win one. That was the goal, and I'm okay with that. If I don't win, obviously, if any tournament I play, I'm gonna play to win. But if I don't win, if I don't ever win another one, then I'm okay with that. Because I did what I wanted to do. But yeah, I want to see new winners, new people make it to the finals at least. And I think it'll happen. Yeah.
In 2015, Harry arrived for the competition wearing a shirt that read, "The champ is here." Harry began streaming his Tetris games online, aiming to max out the games starting on every possible level. This meant he had to score max outs starting from level 0 all the way through level 19. And he did it. Since then, Harry has used the nickname the Mayor of Max Out City. Harry and Jonas never faced each other again in CTWC tournament play. They did compete in friendly matches including this one in Trey Harrison's garage. But the CTWC bracket never brought these rivals head-to-head again.
So the Jonas game, I talked to him a few times and I was like trying to be friendly with him. And he was friendly, but he wasn't like super open or loose or anything. And I remember taking that offense to that. But now that I look back on it, it's probably because he was in the place that I should have been before a match like that, which was, I don't want to have fun, I'm gonna win. And I remember sitting down and I honestly thought to myself, I'm about to win. Like I thought, there's no way I can lose this. And I knew that all I had to do was what I do in the basement. I had figured out the nerves issue. I knew what I had to do to like mitigate my body a little bit, you know? And I did those things and I fell apart. Just blew it.
Terry ended up in 3rd place in 2014 after his loss to Jonas. He continued to compete and reached the top 8 the next year. He also traveled to Europe that year and competed in the first Classic Tetris European Championship. He took home a trophy for winning 1st place in the Super Nintendo version of the game. In 2019, Terry did something amazing. He scored a max out in qualifying, starting on level 19. That's right. He used the strategy that hurt him way back in 2012, starting on level 19 during qualifying. But with years of practice, he managed to achieve a max out score. In December 2014, Dana Wilcox became the first woman on record to score a max out. Just 6 months later, in 2015, Kristen Stein became the second. Kristen's husband, Jake, is also a max out player. Together, Kristen and Jake became the first married couple to both score max outs in Classic Tetris. After 2014, Trey Harrison joined the team behind CTWC. He created a system called Trey Vision, which displays classic Tetris games in high definition. Trey also helped create all the game footage in this series. In 2019, Trey and Jonas played together as a team. They played something called Mind Meld, where one player controls the left and right movement of the piece, while the other controls rotation. Together, Trey and Jonas won the Mind Meld competition. In 2015, Josh Tolles changed the way classic Tetris players keep score. Using a Game Genie, a piece of hardware that changes small elements of the game, Josh created a new code that removed the max out score cap. Using Josh's code, the score counter keeps going past 999,999. It replaces the first digit with a letter of the alphabet, allowing players to count scores beyond 1,000,000 points. That contribution unlocked a new generation of world records and remains in use today. Just 1 month later, Harry Hong used the new code to record a 1.1 million point score. In 2017, Ben Mullen's last name became a verb. During a CTWC match, Ben's opponent topped out while Ben was ahead, but commentators encouraged him to keep playing because he was on pace for a max out. To this day, competitors use Ben's last name to refer to the practice of continuing to play after a win in an attempt to set a record. It's called mullening. After his loss in 2014, Jonas considered giving up the game. He didn't watch the 2014 finals until the filmmakers asked him to, during the summer of 2015.
My general impression of that whole tournament was I didn't lose it, he won it type of thing. I'm not a super competitive person, so I almost do this weird thing where I visualize the loss so much coming up to it that I've already made my peace with it. And so I just wanted to play well, and I wanted to at least put on a good show. So I think if I had any anxiety, it was to that point where I wanted to go the distance and make it, a best of 5 and get to that 5th game. I don't like my chances for the next year as well as I thought I would, based on what I saw from his side of the board. I think he's playing dynamite Tetris, and if I don't get comfortable and incorporate those little kick flips, I'll literally have no advantage over him at this point. Maybe some decision making post level 19 and getting ready for it. If he doesn't focus on that part of his game, I might have an advantage there, but if there was a gap at all, it has closed considerably.
Reviewing the game tape helped convince Jonas to keep going. He mentioned this during an interview with Arda Ocal in 2018.
It always helps kind of watching the games. It's tough to watch the ones you lose, but you got to kind of see and pull stuff out, kind of understand what happened, and kind of build from that. And I wasn't motivated to do that at the time, but it's funny. They started shooting a second documentary, and one of the guys came in to interview me for that about 4 months later and forced me to watch these games on a tablet. He wanted like some B-roll, or he wanted to, some footage for the documentary. And that is what ultimately motivated me to go back and really, in 2015, give it all I got.
Jonas returned to the CTWC in 2015 and went on another historic run, winning first place 3 more years in a row. As the 7-time world champ, Jonas left his day job at the brewery and became a full-time streamer. Along with his wife, Heather, he developed an online community. Although Jonas didn't reach number 1 after 2018, he remained near the top and was the most visible member of the classic Tetris community. That's what makes this last part so painful. In the first days of 2021, Jonas and Heather moved to Hawaii. On January 5th, 2021, Jonas died. His heart failed in a way nobody could have predicted or prevented. One moment, he was reading a book and goofing off with Heather, and the next, he was gone. Jonas was 39 years old. Later that year, the CTWC changed its trophy. After 10 years as a T piece, the trophy changed to a J piece in memory of Jonas. Announcing the change, CTWC organizers reminded players of something Jonas said in 2018 in that interview with Arda Ocal.
If you're a high visibility player, it's on you to move the community in a positive direction, and I feel like I've tried to do that. And there's no way to go but up. I think it's still growing.
So in terms of maybe the future generations or players, up and coming, what I would tell them, give them some advice or maybe something to hold on to that would be valuable. I guess I would say, especially from what happened recently, is treasure those around you, because you never know what might happen. One day Jonas might be here being able to teach you everything he knows about Tetris, and another day he might not be there. Luckily, I felt that need to do that to express appreciation for those around me. I was able to do that in time, and I would do things like I would go to Game Developers Conference, and I had a talk on the Tetris World Championships, and I was able to say that our community was built on the foundation of people like Jonas Neubauer, and he's our champion, and he helped usher in the new generation. Had I not done that in time, I think maybe he might not have known, but I think he knew. And you kind of want to know, you want the people around you to know that you appreciate them. A lot of times, you have a competitive community, but the growth, you want positive growth. You want new people coming in that feel welcomed, and that is contagious. Like, if you make someone else feel welcomed to join your community, like they're gonna be welcoming to the next person who wants to join. And all of a sudden, like, everybody's just really positive. And I think that's what happened with Tetris. And sometimes I say, I don't really know why we have this, very low toxicity, and we're all really positive, and we all treat each other like family, and we all get along really well. And you don't see that in a lot of competitive communities, but we see it in this one. I think that I would like other people who are joining the community, or young people, that I'd say, like, well, if you're gonna be in competitive Tetris, well, you've got great examples, and Jonas led amazingly by example. I mean, even Harry Hong had streams up before anyone else, so he was already sharing his experience. And you have people like Alex Kerr. He's another really good example, because he had all this Tetris knowledge. He's like a walking encyclopedia of this stuff, but he didn't like keep it all to himself and say, I know all this stuff and I'm not gonna tell him. No, he shared that. He told people, the behaviors, the controls, and we learned so much from him, and we continue to. So being part of a community and being able to share your knowledge or your enthusiasm. We have a lot of great commentators, like James Chen has, he brings tremendous energy. You ought to see him bringing it. And you even have guys like Kingsman, who's just like really just super excited, adding their own flavor to it. And, it's just appreciating all those different people and letting them know. It speaks volumes for our community as a whole. And the more you can express that, I think, the better off we all are.